Hey, observe. Hey, very. Hey, Dalto. Head pats. Sorry, I'm trying to post promos everywhere.
Oh no, I know that feeling.
You should be able to hear Observer now.
Hey, my voice is no longer consigned to the void box.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Sam, thank you for the 6th month subbed in a row.
Aye, he do be a good lad.
Well, not in a row, but thank you for resubbing for your 6th month. I know words.
The red eye helmet. I love it.
Yes, the red eye helmet. That's your name now.
Woo, I'm named Loot now. Hey, Liv.
Fizz.
So, I guess, what do you think it could be a good starting point for the day today? Like, how do we, what do we want to do?
I can talk about my interview.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did have an interview recently, didn't you?
That was interesting. It was at a game place.
Nice.
Not giving specific location-based details.
So yeah, how'd that go overall?
I waited for 3 hours for the district manager to show up to interview me. No call back. Yet asterisk.
Oh jeez, a 3-hour wait time. That is rough. And yeah. Hopefully you get a call back.
But I had this man, who was a male Karen, mid-40s to early 50s.
Oh, that's not fun. That's ugh. Ugh.
Started going on how the PS5 was bad and not worth buying for its exclusives.
That seems to be a pretty common sentiment among a lot of people.
And that his 4090 was cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know about that. 4090 is it? Huh? Like, what did you do? Get the cheap, the cheap Chinese knockoff version, like the 4097 or something? Like, what?
And wanted to bet money that I didn't pay what I paid for my 3070T when I bought it.
Oh boy, it was one of
Which was
those
stupidly
ones.
priced.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're there for a long time. They were obnoxiously over expensive.
And wouldn't accept that in late 2022 that $800 for a 3070 was good when they were going for well above that.
Oh yeah, in 2022 that's a really good fucking deal.
It was a fun conversation.
Pardon my language, but like, yeah, God, I wish I'd been able to get mine for that cheap. Yeah, I imagine that was a real interesting conversation.
Then he ended up dropping $700 for a PS5 and 2 of the new Pokemon Switch games. Both versions.
Oh, wow. Does all that complaining and then spends $700 and half of that, or like part of that, is for 2 of the same game, essentially. Jesus.
And wanted the games to be pre-owned.
Of course he did.
They are new. How?
Wow.
He's lucky he found one new pre-owned.
Yeah, and not to mention, like, even pre-owned Nintendo games, like, barely drop in price, if they drop in price at all. Anyway.
They are still expensive.
Yeah.
It was $35 from 60.
Surprisingly better than I was expecting. Like, I was honestly expecting it to still be like 50, but yeah, no, like they're still way more than they should be for like pre-owned stuff, especially this early on. And I say early on, like relatively speaking.
Like, my man was over here ranting about remasters and how the remasters of games have been terrible this year.
I can understand to an extent, like complaining about how some things are remastered, but complaining about the remasters from this year, the only one that I'm aware of that's been remastered this year is Dead Space, and that's amazing.
Said that RE4 was horrible, and that Dead Space was bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Resident Evil 4 that is out now, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a chance to try that one. But yeah, Dead Space being bad? Yeah, no. That man was on something.
Yeah, I stopped listening when he was saying that 40 series were cheap.
Understandably so. Yeah, that 40 series being cheap. I'd like to know what world that man lives in where they are cheap, because I would buy them from that world and bring them back here to sell them.
Kinda hard to listen to someone try to roast you for thinking a 40 series is expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's... People will forever make no sense to me, and that is why I'm glad I do not work in retail. My exceptional patience would admittedly be tested.
The 4060T is supposed to be $599 plus tax.
Keyword there being supposed to. Oh man, that is... Yeah, I do need to upgrade my graphics card at some point, but I don't think I'm gonna be getting a 40 series anytime soon. One, just because they don't seem to be all that much better than the actual 30 series at the end of the day, and two, because they're, like, also overpriced.
Well, okay. The 90s series of all gens are like the flagship of every gen. But GB-wise, the 3090 and 4090 have 24 GB each.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird how, like, similar specification-wise the 3090 and 4090 are.
https://www.puppetsystems.com/labs/articles/Unreal Engine NVIDIA GeForce 40 series performance/.
Yeah, those. Also, not to mention the 4090 is like literally like you're putting a brick in your PC. Like that thing is about the same size and weight
It's
as
a
an
monster.
actual red brick.
It's like £15, I think.
Yeah, like it's absurd, and there's no reason a graphics card should weigh that much.
Apparently they only weigh £5.
Yeah, that's legitimately about your average like red building brick weight.
I was joking with the £15. But I know they were stupidly heavy.
Yeah, they're like it is kind of absurd just how much of a size
Like
jump there is.
£5, you almost need a GPU support bracket.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say, like, just to err on the side of caution, which I feel like most people that like do like build their PCs and stuff do, like I feel like I would.
A 4090 uses 450 watts.
God, that's just too much.
Which apparently the minimum needed to run it is an 850 watt. What GPU are they running with that?
I don't know, whatever they're running with that, it's something, all right. Like I will be the first to admit I'm not like super technical with PC stuff. Like I know the basics, but yeah, that. Ugh.
I think most people do. But like that's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
It's technically faster than 30 gen. But it's so much bigger.
Yeah, like couldn't you almost legitimately
What happened to small and compact builds?
Those apparently disappeared between the last gen and the 40
Now you
gen.
almost need a full tower.
Yeah, like it's too much. Like I get that like the more powerful tech is, like the bigger it has to be to like like handle it to an extent. But there's a point where like the size up increase becomes just egregious, and they're just kind of doing it because they can get away with it. At least that's what it feels like, anyway.
But that would be like, we can make phones smaller, so we make them bigger. We
Yeah.
can't asterisk. So they go through this weird retro.
Yeah. It's like, what wasn't one of the recent like phones that came out? Wasn't it also like
Where phones
stupidly
become as big
huge
as
for
they
no
used to
reason?
be as home fonts. Oh yeah, the iPhones are getting stupidly big.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Like
They can't make their
admittedly,
internals any smaller.
like I don't really mess with phones all that much. Like I where I live, I have a landline because cell phones don't work. So I don't own one. So I do my best to avoid them. But I have noticed that they just like, it feels like every single time they go up a generation for the phone just gets bigger. And it's like, my
I
brother
think they
Christ,
stopped
why?
at 3 nanometers or something. And that is their hurdle to break through now.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's so baffling, like that the actual phone itself is getting bigger, but the internals are getting smaller. Like, it doesn't make sense that they keep getting bigger. Like, I can understand not making the phones too small because then it'd just be hard to do anything on them. But the idea that they just seem to keep getting larger every time is weird. Like, at that point, just buy a tablet.
Well, it's not silicon limiting, it's the tools.
The idea that they've pushed silicon to the limit that they have to invent new tools to make things smaller with it is kind of fascinating, though.
I feel like that's the same thing with computers right now.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
5 just came out. Like 3 years ago.
Chaos, why have you brought this knowledge upon us? We can never unknow this now. What have you done? A samurai bringing us the actual technical information.
And now it's almost the only new motherboards that are coming with the new processors that are sold with the new RAM standard.
Yeah.
I still remember seeing the old version of motherboards.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I took apart one of my old PCs when I was a kid. God, That was definitely different compared to now. It's impressive, the difference between then and now. Really, it really is.
I mean like one of the first ones, that was just transistors on it.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, those things were insane.
These.
I will fully admit that my brain fries just trying to figure out what goes where on that.
Lol. So much has changed.
Yeah. Yeah, things are very different now.
I think Google unveiled their quantum computer.
Oh, did they finally do that? I don't know. I know I have like heard like a couple things here and there about that, just by like internet osmosis, but I didn't pay too much attention.
NASA has one.
Yeah, that'd do it. Wasn't there also a thing that recently happened that NASA covered? I feel like there was. I remember seeing something about that. It wasn't in relation to the quantum computer thing. It was just like something space related.
Some of the main businesses leading the way in quantum computing include Google, IBM, Rigetti Computing, Ionc, D-Wave Systems, Alibaba, Xanadu, Honeywell, Zapata Computing, and Cambridge Quantum Computing.
I knew about Google and IBM. I didn't know about the rest of them. Except for maybe Cambridge. Cambridge makes sense.
Yeah.
The idea that Alibaba is like leading, like pushing forward for quantum stuff is kind of funny to me.
I'm not surprised by Cambridge either. Well, China just had a major push to make most of its kbus and stuff countryside. So they stopped buying from others.
Yeah, that'd do it then. That would make sense, I guess.
But everyone already limited them like 2 to 3 gens behind what consumer market was.
Yeah.
So they were lucky to get like Gen 6 Intel stuff.
Yeah, that
Even
actually
then, I
surprised me.
don't think they were getting that.
Just with like the way things are, kind of like over there, like that actually makes a lot of sense.
I also think they are super behind on the kboo production aspect.
I could also see that too. Like they're kind of behind in a lot of stuff, honestly.
Yes and no. They are, but they aren't.
Yeah, it's this weird like duality of like they're kind of on par or ahead in certain aspects, but way behind in others.
The Chinese government is great at reverse engineering stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean they've got the manpower for it, so they can just crank stuff out really quickly.
But when it comes to making their own, it always lacks.
I mean, like, it is a strategy that has kind of worked for them up to this point. So, like, until they like hit a wall that like prevents them from doing that, like, I don't really see that changing anytime soon.
Whether that be in production, or silicon quality, or thermal regulation or so on.
Yeah.
I know they were struggling with silicon quality for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not super up to date on that kind of thing. Like every once in a while, I'll take a look around and see what's going on in the rest of the world, but for the most part, I'm admittedly kind of out of touch with like what the rest of the world is like just due to living on a mountain.
Me too, for the most part. I just try not to watch the news.
Oh yeah, no. I I actively
It's
refuse to
almost
watch it.
always doom and gloom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the stuff that like gets the views, at least in news stuff, like as weird as that is. So that's just what they cover. It's really
Oh,
rare
I
to see
know.
news cover like happy things. Even when the news does cover something happy, they somehow manage to make it like obnoxious and yeah, it's strange.
But hearing about the asteroid that could possibly maybe hit the Earth in 10 to 15 years and everyone is panicking.
Yeah. That gives me a chuckle. We've got a decade, maybe a decade and a half, for a maybe chance of something happening. The world panics. It's like, all right,
Then it turns into a pebble.
yeah. Like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff always gives me a laugh. Because like just like seeing people like panic over like the dumbest thing is just like it's like all right.
Like, what was it? The world was supposed to end at 2010 and 2013 and so on.
Yeah, I think it was 2010. Then there was the 2012 for the Mayan calendar, and then something else. Yeah, like it's like every couple years there's supposed to be some stupid like catastrophic end of the world scenario thing, and it it's honestly funny just seeing how many people
It is.
like legitimately panic.
But most people who panic don't like. Understand that this stuff is from people who are gone, dead,
Yeah,
or was made up from a prior prediction.
yeah. Way too many people don't bother to actually like do any research of any kind, like even basic research. Like they just like, oh, the news said this is happening. All right, must be true. And it's like, come on, people. Like, you could do better than that. But I mean, with society the way it is today, they're like pretty clearly like that doesn't happen often enough.
Like, some people thought the Soviet Union wouldn't dissolve, or the Romans would take the world, or so on.
Oh yeah. Like there's been a myriad of like absolutely wacky predictions or like prophecies and like weird things like over the ages that just like make absolutely no sense, but people were like, oh yeah, that's happening. And it's like, okay, man.
The water is going to turn and the sky is going to rain hot dogs in 3045.
All right, as a sentient red eye helmet, when 3045
You mark my words,
rolls
future
around,
people.
I'll travel back in time long enough to let you know if that was correct. Gotta let folks know if the great rainbow water incident of 3045 is gonna happen.
Barb keeps messing with the waterfalls.
Yep.
Values. I found that joke funny.
Red. Oh man. That
Red's a bully. Bruh.
we require proof, Red. Where is it? Where is the proof of
You
this?
want me to show this? Red. My man. My mod. It'll embarrass us both. But you're right, I won't. What do you mean Red's cute? Is he cuter than me?
Physically impossible. Now the real question isn't whether they are, it's whether or not they're trying to usurp you despite that. That's the real question.
Hold up. My Susie mod wants me to show what his boasting is.
Ah, yes. And so Red falls.
Red. You busy? Get in.
Hey, let's go. We're gonna drag him into the Shadow Realm.
What up, gamers? I've been drafted.
Hey, welcome, funny man.
How's it?
Drafted? Yeah.
Yes, Vess, drafted.
Nice joke.
I mean, somebody has to do the recruiting in the burb military. So
I mean,
it's
let's
got to
be,
be the burb, at least until she gets enough generals.
You had to
let's
volunteer
be
to
fair,
sign up
she's
for
got
that.
very effective propaganda.
This is true. Better than the American military's probably.
You never volunteered.
Yeah, I signed up for it. You were drafted.
I was in fact drafted. I'm gonna turn stream volume down because I can hear myself, and I don't like it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Did you know that I have new merch?
So the merch link.
Yeah. Hit everybody. Slap everyone.
Exclamation mark merch.
I forgot we have a command for that.
Yeah.
I'm a bad mod. I forgot we have a command.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just the guy that shows up Vest stole the helmet off of the rest of my armor, and like the rest of me will find the helmet eventually, but until then.
He just ran past, grabbed the helmet, and then ran away.
Yeah. So yeah, well, the rest of me will catch up at some point. But
Is that a threat or a promise?
Some
I'll
point.
leave that up to interpretation.
Exactly, some point.
I don't know.
Yeah, at some
You
point.
gotta remember.
His here willingly don't let him fool you.
Yeah, you gotta remember that the body can't see where it's going because I'm here, so it's just kind of stumbling around. So one day.
Well,
See the mistake.
I may
Vest
have a
made
new
was,
sponsor lined up in the future.
Oh, nice. That's nice to hear.
Yeah. It's just correct. We do pog.
Yeah. Yeah, Vest sadly made the mistake of stealing the helmet instead of just like taking the whole armor set, because now she can't get free head pats whenever she wants. She's gotta recruit you people for that now.
I mean, to be fair, the armor's probably a little heavy for her to pick up.
Nah,
Bruh.
Herb strong. It's only like 80 pounds.
Yeah, no, that's probably too much.
Like 80. Make that sound so casual. That almost weighs as much as I do.
Well, that's because you're confirmed carryable. So,
Choose the appropriate size.
His armor is
be
15
carried.
pounds off from my weight.
I shall carry the bird cross country. We shall smite enemies and create head pat propaganda as we go.
And look for ramen.
Yes, ramen. Ramen is good.
I don't think I've ever actually had proper ramen and not like the 60-cent packs.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Straight up, I don't
Red.
think I've ever like
My man.
actually had real ramen, as opposed to just like the Maruchan stuff you get from Walmart.
You poor soul. How? Is there not a local like place that does ramen near you?
There probably is. I just don't like spending money on things.
I wanted and got ramen before I got bone marrow.
But my boy, I'm gonna have to forcibly drag you to a ramen joint just to get you proper ramen. Like, this is a crime.
This suit of armor has redirected.
Yeah, don't attempt to
I've
run.
been
You'll just
quarantining
be tired
before
when
I
find
get
you.
tested this Wednesday.
Don't try to run, you're only gonna die tired.
Oh, is the testing this Wednesday then? Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's getting testing done right before she gets her blood, I believe.
Makes
Yup.
it convenient, I suppose.
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, I imagine that would be.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, right?
Looking for a new term for fun.
No, see that was the fun with the really
With the
large,
big-
exaggerated Comic Sans quotation marks around it.
I was gonna say, I have other words I could use, but I don't think I'm allowed to say them on your stream.
I hate Comic Sans.
Exactly. That means it's perfect for that particular iteration of fun.
I like Comic Sans,
Taxes,
don't be
kill
mean.
of the earth.
Taxes. Ugh.
Oh, don't remind me about taxes. I have to call the IRS on Monday.
The IRS tried calling me once. Unfortunately, they called from a Nokia.
That's
Oh yeah. I got a text from the earth.
Yeah, you came back.
I needed
just
to
in
pay
time
in
for that.
Google Play Store cards.
you got to pay in Google Play Store cards. That's
10k.
crazy. And no, I have not quite figured that out yet, Fish. I have to call them on Monday to figure out exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, I think they told me I have to pay in 10-pound blocks of granite. So I don't know what's up with that one. I guess they need new watches or something. I mean, really, it's just an excuse for me to dig the tunnel into the mountain, so...
I'm sorry to cut stream super short, but my stomach is really upset.
Hey, don't worry about it, Vess.
It's
Everybody
fine.
gets it. We've all had that kind of day.
Thank you all for coming to stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for coming.
Have a
everybody.
great
but
day
comfy.
/ night.
So, yeah, take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.